Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Reenie and this is of course the Enchanted Planner. Today we are going to play around. Oh my gosh, everything's a little bit of a disaster up here on the desk. It's yeah, it's been a day, man. It's Friday. Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter. I'm late filming this. It's like, I don't know, 8 o'clock because what I have been working on has taken me a good couple of hours to figure this out. This spread is, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a lot of fun, but it was a process to put together. So I have created the lunar cycle pages, or pages for the rest of this year. Because this is not dot grid, this was a bit of an adventure. I have erased and redone and erased and redone a few times. I will say, when you erase on this paper, it does change the, like, I don't know, it takes off some of the color, which I'm not overly happy with, but this is my first experience with blackout pages, so I have nothing to gauge it against. Now, you're probably asking how the heck I did this and had creative, like, perfect circles. No, I did not use a protractor or any of that fancy geometry stuff. I went to my kitchen and I got me a plate to create my line, and then originally started out by punching some cardboard, but then that was driving me crazy because I couldn't see through it. So I was trying to figure out what I had. I had some of the thicker plastic from the packaging that, like this stuff, that, like, I don't know what's in this. Like, this is what the deluxe planner covers came in. This is too thick to punch. I ended up trying to cut these out with my scissors and they were a bit messy, so I didn't like it. So I racked my brain trying to figure out where I had thinner clear plastic, and I figured it out. It's a good thing I have a lot of these things, because I've destroyed a do-it-yourself sticker pack. I may put this back on there, but I pulled off the clear piece so I could punch it with that punch and then this smaller one. So I had at least a template to make this spread. So as I showed you either yesterday or the other day, I'm not sure exactly when this spread is going live, I recently acquired some fun pens. Although I think this is probably going to end up being a lot of white. But yeah, I acquired some fun pens and I thought this would be a lot of fun to play with. So this is what we're going to do, gang. So now that I have my spread mapped out, I had a brand new Uniball Signo. We are going to go over all of this in white pen. Now, hopefully this does not take a bajillion years to go through, and that was not exactly the cleanest. All right, maybe I need to go slower with the Uniball. Yeah, I think that's the trick, is going nice and slow. So we have even ink distribution. And then, because I don't know if this, oh, it bled a bit, damn it. Okay, well that should be easily enough fixed with a black pen, right? In theory. Now, I know most of you probably didn't notice this because I'm making a mess already. I'm not happy with myself. The Stargazer Be Happy box, I didn't even notice it, to be honest with you, because I pulled my dashboard, the moon phase dashboard, out of the box, saw it was all scratched to crap, which they have told me they were going to replace twice now, and they've forgotten to mail it to me. Like, and finally I'm throwing in the towel, people. I'm just throwing in the towel. But yeah, so my dashboard was horribly scratched. I think I probably, if you watch the unboxing I did, it was like the first thing I kind of noticed. I was not happy about it, because normally Happy Planner has protective covers on all of their dashboards and bookmarks, and mine did not have a protective cover on it, so I was not happy. And it got scratched. You know, it is what it is. It happens. You know, they can't have 100% quality control all the time. And Happy Planner is really good with their customer service, apart from forgetting to email or mail it to me, but whatever. Anyways, where I was going with this story was I hadn't even noticed, and Roxanne had pointed it out to me, that they had messed up the lunation cycle. They had some incorrect, hang on, I'm trying to concentrate here and talk. So yeah, they'd messed up the lunation, and these are not exactly coming out as brilliantly as I thought they were going to. Maybe I should have done these in silver. Who knows? If that happens, we're going to silver. Yeah, so they'd messed up the icons. Okay, I don't know if blackout paper is normally this difficult, or if it's like just this one, because this pen is a brand new Uniball and it should not be skipping. So yeah, I was kind of disappointed. I know Roxanne was pretty disappointed in the fact that the dashboard was kind of, it's just not, I mean, those that don't like follow anything to do with the moon didn't notice, which, you know, that's nice to be oblivious, but now that I know it's there, I can't unsee it. It's one of those things. I can't unsee it. So I'm hoping this is a good replacement. Plus, I've been wanting to do something like this for quite a while. It's getting all over my pages. Okay, so far I'm not like very happy with the way this is coming together, but everything is salvageable. Everything is figure-outable, as the title of that book goes. I can't remember who the author is, so please don't ask. I can always look it up, but if you're interested, it's Everything is Figure-Outable. I can't remember who the author is. Okay, so yeah, so I'm hoping this will be a good replacement. I'm gonna end up with Uniball Signo all over me for that dashboard. And I enjoy making spreads like this, and I have wanted to sort of move my what we call like a grimoire, if you will. I wanted to sort of move that onto Happy Planner pages because it's perfect. You can get them off the discs. It's a win-win, man. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry. Now we're gonna go over to this side, and hopefully these will be a little bit easier because they are smaller. Or not. Honestly, I'm gonna be covered in white gel pen by the end of this plan with me. And hopefully this does not end up being like really, really long. Because that's why I had done all of the sort of prep work, if you will, ahead of time. Because I'm like, I've seen people put together bullet journal spreads. And, you know, even with them all, even with them all sped up, some of those videos are still quite extensive when they're putting together more complicated layouts. So I was like, I better write all of this out ahead of time. Plus, it gave me opportunity to figure out sort of the ins and outs of it without struggling on camera. Because like I said, this has been erased 2-3 times, I think. It was very annoying. Come on, gel pen. I just want nice little moons. That's all I want. Really, it's all I want. I think this is going to require like a little bit of a wipe off in between, because I don't know if that's why it's bleeding or if it's just normal that these things bleed. I mean, when I see people do these blackout spreads, they're incredible. And I'm like, oh, that looks like so much fun. And the concept of bullet journaling really appeals to me, but I'm not really artsy. Like, I cannot draw to save my soul. I think we're gonna go down, give it time to dry. Probably should have been working from both ends, like do one at the top, one at the bottom, and then meet in the middle. That might have been an idea. And kind of wipe off in between. So as we, you know, watch me move through literally making all of these circles. How's it going, party people? Are you excited for better weather, I'm assuming? I am. Our weather is insane here. It is proving to be pretty typical BC weather, although we haven't had it for a few years, so all of us are a little bit spoiled. You know, it can be all 3 seasons in one day in Canada. That can happen. You can have rain, sleet, and sunshine all in the same day, and like temperatures like, you know, that would rival fall. So, and we've had a lot of that in the last little bit. Like I just want summer. Just bring me a nice spring. It's really all I'm after. I'll be a happy girl, I promise. I won't ask for anything else for Christmas, Santa. I just want the sunshine. Yeah, my body's like, I need sun. Because, I mean, you know what, too? Like, if you look at it, pay attention. You pay attention to yourself, pay attention to others. Because when they're, like, I don't know, man, when it's sunny outside, people are just a bit happier. They're a lot happier, actually. That's an understatement. They're a lot happier. Okay, so I think we're gonna start. No, I gotta start at the top. Are you dry? Okay. I don't wanna mess up my work. It's already hard enough to get this to work. And hopefully I'm in frame. Yeah, literally. You know, you're going to laugh at me because by the time this plan with me is done, I'm going to be literally covered in Uniball Signo. So yeah, I'm so excited. I cannot wait for better weather. My husband is on graveyards again this weekend. I don't know how long he's supposed to be on graveyards because the last weekend he was on graveyards, which was weekend before last, start of April, I, as you know, tore apart my office and did the organization blog. And I need to finish that blog. I mean, most of my office is put back together, but it's not done yet. And I wanted to finish that blog, and that was kind of the plan this weekend. Now, that being said, I also need content filmed for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. So that kind of, I mean, I could make that video one of them, but I don't know what happened the last time is normally when he's on these shifts, he's on them for like 5 to 6 days, and then they stop, and then they have like a week off, and then they go back onto them. His company builds the auditorium seating for the TED Talks. I wonder, there's something that's like, I just want to test this. Yeah, okay, we can clean them up. It's not perfect, but it's doable. Okay, yeah, so his company builds the auditorium seating for the TED Talks, and the TED Talks were last week here in Vancouver, or this past week here in Vancouver. They just finished like yesterday, I think is what it was. So now they have to go in and tear down all of the auditorium seating and then put it back into the warehouse where they store it until the next year, which we haven't had it for 2 years because of the pandemic. Every large event, well, events in general, were canceled, but in particular large events, right? So every time he goes on to graveyards, every year I usually pick a couple of projects. Like one year I painted my office. Another year I can't remember what I did actually. I think I redid the kitchen. Not like reno or anything. I just tore apart the entire kitchen and put it all back together in a different way. But yeah, when he's on graveyards, I love to tackle these projects. But I need, you know, my standard, you know, at least 3 to 5 days to get them done. Whereas if he's only working graveyards for 2 to 3 days, that kind of messes with my mojo. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, gang. We're getting there. Dry? Almost. Almost. Yeah, I thought it was kind of brilliant to make myself a clear template. And I mean, I'm probably going to use this for other things too, right? But I mean, it killed two birds with one stone. It worked to get this sort of layout done, but it also brought my punches out because I cannot remember the last time I used them, to be honest. And I have a lot of them because when I was scrapbooking all the time and card making all the time back in like the early 2000s, I think I stopped in like 29 or 2009. 2008, 2009 is probably when I sort of stopped scrapbooking, and that's because I opened my fitness studio. I no longer had that luxury of free time, so. But I still have all this stuff. I mean, ironically, I have given this stuff all away and it has made its way back to me, so I'm just thinking it's meant to be. But that's another project that's on the agenda that I wanted to try and tackle as part of my spring cleaning, is organizing that craft room, going through that craft room and seeing like exactly what in here do I want to keep, what will I use. Will I use any of it? Do I need to just find it new home and just call her done, right? So I gave it all to my girlfriend. We were moving, and well, that was part of the problem too. We had moved to some smaller places where I didn't really have the room to have all of it because I have a lot of stuff. Y'all seen my sticker collection. When I get into something, I kind of go like all in. So, you know, I go a little bit like that crazy buying all the things. So I did the same with scrapbooking. Like I have a ton of stuff, and you know, in most places we lived, there was a place to organize it. Like I had my own craft room, or I had, well, one of the spaces we moved into, we didn't have that luxury. So it sat in boxes, and then we had to move a couple times. We moved in with my husband's mother-in-law because she fell ill. She had a stroke. So we moved in to take care of her for a few months, and then we moved into another place. So, you know, it stayed in boxes and got moved from place to place. And then I opened the studio, and I didn't have any time for it anymore. So when we were moving out of one of the last places before I opened the studio, I gave it all to a girlfriend of mine because I'm like, you still scrapbooking? Do you want all this stuff? Like, you're welcome to have it. I don't have the room for it. And she's like, I think what it was is she knows me well enough to know that at some point I might want it back. So she took it off my hands and sort of indirectly stored it for me, bless her heart, for, you know, several years. I think she had it for probably almost a decade. And then she was moving herself and no longer had the luxury of having a craft room. So she said, do you want all this stuff back? She says, otherwise I don't know what to do with it. And I'm like, well, I have room for it now. I'd like to get back to it. I have a lot of money invested in it. So sure, bring it all back. Well, here we sit. I have a whole small bedroom full of scrapbook papers and punches and inks and stamps and pens and tons of other embellishments and stickers, and yeah. So I was thinking that might make a fun a fun vlog as well. Like if I take that project on, filming it all so you guys can come along for the ride. I thought it might be fun. Because I enjoyed making the sticker office sort of organization when I had a blast with that. Doing it again, I know now to, you know, map it out a little bit better, so I get certain pieces of the puzzle in the shots. Okay, we're getting there. So now we need to start creating the lines for the actual phases. So I think kind of like that, and then that's a line. So then we're going to come over here, and I think I have these right. I have had really bad brain fog all week, and I went surfing YouTube and Google and anywhere else I could get my hands on, trying to make sure I had these right. So here's hoping. If not, I'm going to live in my own little world and pretend they are, because I don't know that I really want to remake this spread. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, people. But yeah, like this was, yeah, just a process, just a process. Oh, the pen skipped. Come on. Just cooperate. That's all I'm asking for. Okay. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Now, what we do need is my small ruler, which is here, because these are the quarter moons. And the other one is down here. Don't skip. Please don't skip. No, just lay down the ink. Oh, it bled. You almost need a Q-tip, man. Actually, that's not a bad idea. If I had thought ahead of time that this was gonna, I think it's dry now, but yeah, it's dry. Had I thought ahead of time or knew ahead of time that it was gonna be this like nasty to me, I probably would have, I've lost my train of thought. Oh, brought a Q-tip. Because Q-tips are very useful. Okay, so now I want to, do I want to do this freehand or do I want to fight with the plate? Can I do this freehand? Do I trust myself to do this freehand? Do I really need it? Maybe not. Maybe I don't need it. Now, my plan was to color all of this sections in with the white pen, but this thing's being a bit of a pain in the butt. So I think we'll give that one a break and we're going to come over here. And first off, I've got to fix these because these dates are wrong. I went into my Moon app, which is for my time zone, and got the correct dates because depending upon where you live in the world, they vary slightly. So, you know, and a day doesn't really make all that much of a difference, but I'm that person that wants accuracy. So I'm just gonna take these guys off and then I will put them in when it's time. Because I created a Word document and got them all in there. Oh, damn it. I think I did something wrong because this was based on the old calendar. Son of a beep beep burp burp. Yeah, it's supposed to have, it's October that needed 5, not. Oh, let's see how well this works. Oh, that's not obvious. Not at all. This is what happens when I'm not paying attention. I'll find some way to fix it. It's not a big deal, but I am going to sneak in here because it's October based on my time zone that needs 5 circles, not November. Can we just lift up, please? Oh my gosh. Why is everything got to be so difficult? Right? Difficult. I'll have to figure something out for that. Maybe I'll find a sticker or something. But now going back to my little thing here. I need to print this out because looking up and down at it is going to drive me absolutely crazy. So while that prints, I'm going to pause this and I will be back. Okay, we is all printed and such. So we're just going to come in here and make our line if the pen will cooperate. need to have a system here. So that is, I wonder, where's that piece of blackout paper I was messing around with earlier? There it is. Ooh. How did the silver look? Okay, so this is the 16th. This is the 23rd. And then this is the 30th. Okay, so then this one needs a line too. All right, so that row is done. And then the next row, we have also, the first quarter is the 8th. And the full is the 15th. I probably should have drawn a line so all my numbers were the same, but I'm going rogue, people. 22nd, and then again on the 30th. All right, so I'm coloring myself. Okay, now the next row is the 7th, 14th, 20th, and the 28th. Not sure how well this would work freehand. Let's give it a roll. If the pen would work, it would be awesome. I may have to order some Archer and Olive blackout paper, or yeah, I think I think they sell the paper individually. I may have to. These are very confusing. And then the June is done as well. Yeah, I may have to order some to see what the difference is, if the Happy Planner paper is different from Archer and Olive. This is the 13th and the 20th, and then the 28th again. Okay, so I don't like the freehand. It was a bit messy. One of those people. I need it to be consistent. I need it to look pretty and straight. That was terrible, but that's all right. All right, so that one's done. Now we're into August, and then this is, first quarter is the 5th, and then the 11th is the full, and then the last quarter is the 18th, and then the 27th. I pulled out the brush pens I have. I was like, oh, maybe I'll try brush lettering. Oh my. Yeah, I don't know that I'm ready for anything like that. I think I need some practice first. These I would just took my very, very slow time with my regular kind of handwriting. Okay, so that's the 3rd. I would really like to learn to brush letter and make all those pretty things, but I don't practice, and you can't expect anything to come to you and be proficient with it if you don't practice. So yeah, can't blame anybody but myself on that one. Okay, September is done. And we'll come in here and we will get the pen started. Make the line. Make the line. All right. And then we have October, which has got the 5 right? Yeah, we're on October. Okay, so this is the 2nd, and this one is the 9th, and this one is the 17th, and then this is the 25th, and then this one is Halloween. All right, so in October, this is first quarter and last quarter, and then first quarter is again over here. Okay, and then in November, this is where things start to get a little bit of a different pattern, because the quarter ended up over there. So now the full moon, this is not that, and that will not be that, and neither will these guys. Okay, so this is a full moon on the 8th, and then this is the last quarter on the 16th, new moon on the 23rd, and then first quarter on the 30th. So we need the 16th and 30th. And then on the next line, it will be the middle two as well. So this will be last quarter. And then first quarter. Okay. And then let me go put in their numbers. So this is the 7th, 16th, 23rd, and 29th. My nose is all of a sudden getting all bloated. Like, so I don't know, my nose is all stuffy all of a sudden, like, go figure. All right, so I'll worry about coloring in all the rest of those after the fact. But what I wanted to do was take a look at, I think there is a silver in here. Yeah, it's this one. That's the dot marker part, because that should be pretty good. So let's see if we can make this work. So we're gonna go April, and then we have May, and then we have June, and then we have July, and then we have August, and then we have September, October, November, and December. That actually looks pretty good. I should have probably done that with these damn pens to begin with. You never know what you're gonna get, right? I'll just kind of connect everybody. Kind of faux lettering, if you will. We got 20, 22. Okay, now, this video is probably getting very long. Let me take a look. Hello, everyone, and good morning. And yes, I mean good morning. And here is the story behind that. I had to refilm this page. I had to redo this page this morning. I was filming last night. It was quite late. I never film at night. So we're going to start with the third time as the charm because this is the third time I have done this page. Last night when I did it the first time, I got about, I don't know, here and realized I was on autopilot and I was coloring them all the same, which meant that had to be redone. So last night I redid it, and this was the side that I finished this spread with last night. However, I got up and I looked at it at 5:30 this morning and realized my quarter moons were wrong because I was on autopilot. It was late. I was tired. So I learned it's not a good idea for me to film at night. However, there's a silver lining, pardon the pun, to this. I did decide this morning to try redoing this page with the jelly roll, the 10. I love the Uniball Signo because it is so juicy. The ink flows so well that it is super easy to cover up stuff in your planner. But because it is so juicy, it also bled really easily. As you'll see on this side, it bled really easily. So I thought this morning, what the heck, I would try the jelly roll. Much cleaner, much cleaner. So that would be my recommendation. If I can find a link, I will link these in the description. The trouble most of the time is when people go seeing people use jelly rolls in their planning videos, those people go and search Amazon, find a jelly roll and just buy it, not realizing there is different sizes to the jelly roll. There is, oops, I have an 8 and I have the 10. Now the 10, the ink flows much better than the 8. So this is what happens is people accidentally buy this and get frustrated with it because it's not covering as well as what they're seeing planner or, planner content creators use in their videos. And it's because the creators themselves are using a 10 or they're using this guy. But if you're planning on doing anything on blackout paper, I'd probably suggest going with a jelly roll or the Uniball Signo. To fill these in, I used the silver from these dot markers, the brush, or the, I guess not really a brush tip. Well, it's kind of a brush tip, I guess. Anyways, I used the silver from this to color it in and it worked really well. So I'll link those in the description. I will also link where the inspiration came from for this spread. I wanted to do one of these for quite a while. I wanted to do it like in December and have it the whole year, but I just never got to it, which is probably a good thing because when I got the blackout paper, that's the immediate thing I thought of is this would be a really great blackout spread. And I'm not a bullet journaler, so I had to go looking for some inspiration. So I found this on Pinterest. I believe it's a printable in her Etsy shop, but I didn't want a printable. I wanted something that I could create myself. So I will link where the inspiration came from for this spread in case you want to check it out. Granted, I think it's for 2019, so the moons will be wrong, but that is where the whole idea came from for this spread. So thanks for watching, you guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe while you're here. I create content, post content 7 days a week for you guys because one, I love creating the content, and two, I love you all. I appreciate you all very much. Have a great day, you guys, and we'll see you next time. Put that more in frame. Ciao.